Well, hello guys, it is that time once again for another edition of Odds and Ends, where we just really weird news stories from all over the world, and hey, they don't call it Odds and Ends for a reason, you know? Yes, I know I am a day late, but, I don't know how else to tell you, but I just am, because something came up last minute, and, got a little distracted, so that's kind of the reason why this whole edition has been, one day late. Not too bad, but what else is new? So, I'm sure you guys are fairly anxious to hear what's going on in the world, and I am too, so without further ado, let's begin. Our first story comes out of Sweden, where a murder suspect on Sweden's most wanted list tried to turn himself into police, but was told to go someplace else. Salah Hadiri, 45, is wanted in connection with the killing of a gang leader in 2011. Alex Gra Mohammadi, the suspected leader of the Brodatskepp Wolfpack gang, was gunned down in a taxi depot in Malmö, Hungary. The owner of the taxi business has been on the run for almost 15 months after being named the prime suspect in the case. After allegedly fleeing to Egypt, Hadiri returned to Malmö and tried to surrender at a police station on the evening of February 18th. After ringing the doorbell, Hadiri was told, though, an intercom system that it was after 6 p.m. and the station was closed. According to Malmö's Sevadatsky newspaper, the suspect told officers, "Closed? I'm a suspect of murder and a wanted man. You guys really want to get a hold of me? You guys really want to get a hold of me?" The officers refused to open the door and sent him to a nearby station. After traveling 20 minutes to the other station, Hadiri was arrested and taken into custody. Hadiri's lawyer says his client is innocent and, quote, had nothing to do with the gang leader's killing. Swedish criminal justice expert Seven Erik Elim told the National Expressen newspaper, "It seems really strange and totally bizarre that he was told to go away when he's suspected of murder. He must have been very confused." Asked about the turnaway, Malmö police commander Anders Axel Brand cited ongoing building renovations, telling Sydsvenskan, quote, "Things are a bit messy right now." Okay, if somebody turns themselves in and they are a suspect to murder, you take them in. You don't send them to another police station, for Christ's sakes. And you guys say, "Oh yeah, we're doing some renovations. It's a bit messy." BS! You guys can still take them in, and you can still charge them and book them on all this other stuff. But as far as the allegations go, with them saying, "Oh yeah, told him to go away even though he was suspected of murder," they might get something out of it, and they might get that station somewhat in trouble with the superiors, but I don't know how the system works in Sweden, so we can't say for sure, but who knows what might happen. So we're moving on to our next story, which comes out of Texas, where after reporting being violently robbed of $1,000 at gunpoint, a married man was forced to admit he actually spent all the money at a local strip club. Jesus Mata Jr., 23, of La Freya, Texas, told police 6 gunmen in 2 trucks ambushed him at gunpoint with assault weapons and stole his $1,000 tax refund. Quote, "We followed a wild goose chase and ended up with no one. We followed a couple of leads that led us nowhere," La Freya Police Chief Don Garcia told KRGV-TV. Quote, "Our main priority was to take care of the citizens of La Freya. After their investigation turned up several inconsistencies in his story, police called Mata back for a follow-up interview. He eventually confessed to making up the crime because he didn't want his wife to find out where his money actually went. Into a G-Strings at Whisper Strip Club. Quote, "I started drinking some Bud Light and I had a couple of lap dances. I was there until they closed at 2 a.m. Mata stated in his confession. He was arrested and charged with filing a false report." Okay, you have got to be stupid to take one guy's tax refund, $1,000, which is not bad to be quite honest, but $1,000 tax refund and spend it at a strip club? Dude, really? But then again, most women there, that's how most people make money. Well, the women there in general make money. But seriously, you held him at gunpoint and then you lied about it. That's like worse. He's like, oh yeah, I held him at gunpoint. Oh yeah, by the way, I lied. Pfft. Dude, that was like worse. You made it worse for yourself. And you didn't want to tell your wife what you were doing with the money? Well, no shit, Sherlock. You were married. Eventually she was going to find out once you eventually were arrested. Jesus Christ. I hope they give this guy another tax refund because, I mean, it was stolen. But I don't know how the government system works if somebody's tax refund is stolen. But I hope this guy gets his money back because I'm pretty sure he could use that $1,000 tax refund. Hell, I could use a $1,000 tax refund or more for that matter. I'm sure we all could in this tough economy. But we're moving on to our next story, which comes out of California, where police in San Diego believe a couple of burglars who used a pickup truck to smash through the doors of a Hooters restaurant and make off with a jukebox probably thought they were stealing an ATM. The incident happened shortly after 4 a.m. on Tuesday, February 19th. The suspects, believed to be two males in their late teens or 20s, went through a lot of effort to break into the business and make off with the heavy machine. Unable to drive completely through the glass doors, the two ended up wrapping a tow strap around the freestanding 5-foot-tall jukebox and driving off with it. Steve Price, a self-described, quote, regular at the restaurant, told KGTV, quote, maybe with all the drinks and all the Hooters going around, their brains were just not thinking straight. Well, no shit, they weren't thinking straight because they had a lot of drinks and a lot of girls around, so they thought that freaking jukebox was going to be a freaking ATM machine. But they obviously didn't notice the freaking obvious thing, which was it has bright colors all over the damn thing. ATMs don't have that. They're mostly dull and gray. Have you seen an ATM full of colors and changes colors and all this other cool stuff that jukeboxes do? No. Never. Because it's a jukebox. God, these people are stupid. And we are moving on to our final story, which comes out of Florida, where Nathaniel Lee Smith, 29, of Lauderdale Lakes, called police to report a missing crowbar and black skullcap. Quote, a small crowbar, a miniature crowbar, my black scully was with my book bag, Smith is heard saying on a 911 tape. Suspicious over the small claim, police investigated the alleged theft and now say Smith was simply trying to cover up a bungled burglary attempt. Police in Broward County say Smith admitted to using the crowbar in at least 2 residential burglaries. During his last burglary at a condo complex, Smith accidentally barged in on a 66-year-old resident who sprayed him in the face with window cleaner and managed to disarm him. In fleeing, Smith lost both his crowbar and his skullcap, which he then tried to report stolen in order to throw police off his trail. He's now being held in the Borough Main Jail without bond. Dude, you're just as bad as the rest of these stories are. I mean, really? You robbed 2 residential burglaries, then you tried to rob a 3rd, and a 66-year-old sprayed you in the face with pneumonia. Pneumonia! Windex in the face, which is worse than pepper spray. Well, I can't say worse though, but it's almost as bad as pepper spray. But then this individual slapped away your crowbar and your skull cap, and you pretended, just by the taping, it sounded like you were drunk. But you thought that just by making this phone call, you could throw police off the trail and that you can get away with it and try again another time. Nope, not going to happen because you were caught and now you're being thrown in jail without bond. Because, yeah, you're freaking real smart. But, anyways, guys, that is it for this edition of Odds and Ends. I really hope you guys enjoyed listening to those stories. So I'm just like reading them to you, and we will see you next Thursday for another edition. Until next time, see you guys later, and take it easy.